Hey everyone! So every year, Apple drops their Black Unity collection to celebrate Black History Month. And it's always cool. But this year, the design has a really deep story woven into it, and that's exactly what we're going to unravel today. But you gotta ask, right? Is this just another product launch, or is something bigger going on here? That's really the core question we're going to get into. We're going to look past the slick design and really try to understand the mission behind the whole thing. Okay, so to really get this collection, we have to start with the why. Because, this product didn't just appear out of nowhere. It's actually part of a much larger, ongoing commitment that Apple's made. And that commitment, it has a name: the Racial Equity and Justice Initiative, or REGI for short. Apple kicked this off to help challenge systemic racism and open up more opportunities for communities of color. And this is the key thing to remember. The watch band we're about to look at, it's basically a physical symbol of this huge mission-driven initiative. And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about here, Apple has put some serious money behind REGI. We're talking $200 million. Now, that money goes towards things like education, economic empowerment, and criminal justice reform. It's really the foundation that these yearly collections are built on. All right, so with that super important context in mind, let's dive in and see how this mission actually translates into the products themselves. It's time to get a closer look at this year's new collection. So, what have we got this year? Well, Apple's introduced two main pieces. There's the physical watch band, which is called the Black Unity Sport Loop, and then there's this really cool dynamic watch face called Unity Bloom. And the best part is, they're designed to work together, both in how they look and what they represent. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. The detail in this band is just incredible. It's woven from red, green, and black yarn, and those colors, of course, are inspired by the Pan-African flag. But check this out. The lugs, those little bits that connect the band to the watch, they're actually laser-etched with the word unity. It's such a small detail, but man, is it a powerful touch. And that one little detail, it really leads us right into the deeper meaning behind the whole design. Because trust me, every single element here was chosen for a reason. It's basically a story being told through color and shape. I love this quote. It just gets right to the heart of what they were trying to do. The designers wanted to capture both beauty and resilience, and to use the design itself to symbolize the kind of growth that can only come from working together. So you see, it's not just about making something that looks good. It's about telling a really powerful story of community. And here's where we see just how deep that story goes. The core colors, they're pulled right from the Pan-African flag. So you've got red for the blood that unites people of the African diaspora, black for the people themselves, and green for the vibrant natural wealth of Africa. But then they added yellow, which represents new growth and hope. And that flower design you see? Well, that's all about symbolizing the idea that things like truth, power, and solidarity, they need to be nurtured to really bloom and flourish. Okay, this part is just plain cool. This is where the digital side of things really comes alive. The Unity Bloom watch face isn't just a static picture. The flowers start out as buds, right? But when you raise your wrist to check the time, they burst into full bloom. It's this beautiful, interactive metaphor for potential and growth finally being realized. So clever. All right, so we've got a product with a super powerful story behind it. But, and this is a big but, Apple's initiative does not stop there. Not even close. Let's zoom back out for a second and see how this one single product connects to this massive, coordinated effort across their entire ecosystem. The easiest way to think about it is like a three-part strategy. First, you've got the product itself, the watch band. That's kind of the visible anchor for everything. Then, that launch is supported by all this amazing curated content across every Apple platform you can think of. And finally, holding it all up is that ongoing financial support for organizations through RJGI. And when I say that content is everywhere, I mean everywhere. You hop on the App Store and boom, it's spotlighting apps from Black developers. You open Apple Music, you get special playlists and artist spotlights. Apple TV Plus, curated collections of movies and shows. It's a totally coordinated, full-spectrum celebration that's all about amplifying voices across their entire platform. So when you put all these pieces together, what does it all add up to? Let's step back for our final takeaway here and really think about what an initiative like this represents. You could look at this in two different ways. On one hand, yeah, you could say it's just corporate marketing that's tied to one specific month. But when you really look at all the evidence, I mean the year-long commitment with Reiji, the incredibly mission-driven design, the actual goal of supporting organizations, it starts to look a lot more like a genuine cultural celebration, right?
And that, I think, is the whole point. This is not just about selling a watch band. It's about using a physical product as a gateway, a symbol that connects a person to this much bigger ecosystem of content, support, and real celebration.
Which, of course, leaves us with one really big question to chew on. When a company weaves these powerful stories of unity and resilience right into the products we use every single day, and then backs it up with real investment, can that actually help drive meaningful change? It's a powerful idea to think about. Thanks for diving into this with me.